Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we are down here at the Evergreen Drift Park again, and beautiful weather today and super hot. I'm sweating, but today I'm gonna show you the C6 Corvette Drift Car. Alright, do you guys like the C6 Corvette Drift Car? Comment below, let me know. And in the previous videos about the C6 Corvette, I think someone has commented, want me to show him around, you know, this drift car, the C6, and you know, how we make that into a drift car, and how we install the hydraulic handbrake. And I thought today we spend some time and out here, bring the car out and show you guys, you know, what it's like, what we have done to this car, and we have done differently with the hydraulic handbrake. And if you guys already got a C6 Corvette Drift Car, I would definitely say, you know, those are great. And if you guys are considering a drift car, and especially in the States, I think you guys can pick up our C6 Corvette probably around, well, 15 grand. I think that's a super good price. I've seen a lot of them around that 15 to early 20 grand, and you can just pick up really good road cars and you don't have to do much. Let me show you around my car. Alright, so the Corvette from factory just has so much stance. You know, look at it, it's so cool. So this is originally just a Corvette C6. It's not a Z06 car, but now it has a Z06 wide body on it. It looks super cool. And it has these lips and side skirt extension as well, and just give the car, you know, more stance and make it look more cool. And we're running these wheels as well. I think people are asking what size are these wheels, and actually these are 18 by 10. Yep, these are 18 by 10. I'm still running a spacer right in there, a small one, probably like 20 mil, and definitely, you know, these Z06 wide bodies really, you know, wide, and it definitely is a lot wider than a factory one, a factory like non-Z06 body. As you can see, you know, that slight curve, that's the flare. And same with the front, it has more scoop and more flares over the front, and it looks super tough, you know. All right, before we jump in the car and show you guys from the outside, you know, that looks like a standard Z06, right? I'll just put my roof in the boot because it's super hot right now. And yeah, like, it looks all factory. It looks a little bit lower than the factory and got aftermarket wheels, and you know, really actually is not that much I have done. So I've put in a set of BC coilovers front and back, and so that's very nice. So yeah, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the factory Corvette suspension, what it's like. So it has this super short shock, and it has this leaf spring sort of like made of carbon fiber. It's super confusing from the start, and across both wheels and inside the front cross member, which is same in the back of the car as well, same format inside of the subframe. And they don't have a spring like a proper coil springs. So you know, with the coilovers, you know, everything is in one piece, and you'd be able to just adjust everything a lot easier. So we have done that exactly with the BC coilovers, because that's a true coilover conversion. And since we put that in, we have ripped out the leaf spring, and it's been working like really good. All right, so let me show you underneath the bonnet, and you guys can see from right here, which is, you can't see much at all, because the factory just used this right here is your top mount of your coilovers. And really, you know, this is still factory bush. It's funny that, you know, like all the Japanese cars, they use these fancy plates, and you can adjust the camber and everything, and on this you can't do any of that. But anyway, like, this is the V8 right in there. Actually, it's pretty much the same as your factory ones if you already have one. And it's pretty straightforward. The bonnet obviously opens that way compared to that way with the Japanese ones, and we have custom made a huge radiator in there, and we'll just put the factory fans at the back. Other than that, I think the coilovers is number 1, and number 2 is a hydraulic handbrake. And that's where people are asking me, how did you work your hydraulic handbrake? And first of all, if you guys have ABS, I have completely removed it, and I have made these new lines coming out, and it's super simple. So with the front line, it just went into a T, and we have the wires coming from the T into both wheels. Actually you can see the T right here, right, and another one down there. So the front one goes into that, and the rear one goes into the hydraulic handbrake. So this one here is a Paschal Max hydraulic handbrake, and the good thing about this one is a reverse action. So I guess that's what it's called. And so usually you are pulling the hydraulic handbrake this way, but the cylinder is coming out this way here. And what it could interfere is with your bucket seat. You know, if you have your seat a little bit higher, and you know, the Mustang cylinder is going to be here, and you cannot adjust your seat, you know, far enough that, you know, if you want to move forward. With the Paschal Max one, actually super good. So when I'm pulling the handle this way, you see the bottom actually goes in, so the mud cylinder is on the other side. So that's the super cool point about it. Let me just give you a better view here. So the mud cylinder is on this side instead of, you know, like on this side. So it's super space saver, I would say. And then we just made these lines, and so one line is coming from the engine bay into here, and the other line goes into a T, and that goes into the back brakes. And same, this car is running sort of RSB wiring, which is from Richard, and he wires my whole engine and just wires what I need. And what cool thing is, he made these buttons. So these buttons on top of the factory ones, and we'll be able to use these for the window up and down. So super cool, and made these buttons work to open the door as well. So in the Corvette, if you don't know how to get out when you are out of power, so yeah, so here's the manual levers that if you don't have power, you can just pull this up, and that's going to open up the door. So yeah, number one, you have to have a set of good coilovers. Number two, have a hydraulic handbrake, I would say. And these are two things will get you sideways and really comfortably, and have a nice ride as well. Have a lot of control, especially having, you know, that hydraulic handbrake. I'm not sure the factory one handbrake in these cars, they work or not. If you running the factory handbrake, right, you know, comment below, let me know if the factory handbrake works. But I just feel for me, just like the handbrake's completely on the other side of a tunnel, and when I pull it, it feels super weird, and I'm not sure if I actually gonna be able to cope because it's so far on the other side, and then the tunnel is quite high as well. I don't think it's gonna work for me, and the easiest way is with the hydraulic handbrake, and that's why I just put it in the first place. So after that, I think the Corvette doesn't have a great steering angle from factory, and that's why I've been researched for quite a bit. And before, there really hasn't been anybody producing angle kit for C6. There's maybe a couple making for the C4 or C5, I can't even remember. But while I'm building this car and just researching, I saw Aaron from Lone Star Drift, and he has uploaded a video of his Corvette, and is featuring this brand new lock kit, which are maybe tested by him, but it's on his car and looks super like smooth drifting, and it's nothing too crazy as well. It's pretty much started with a factory knuckle, and really just to mill off where the pickup point for the tie rods, and just shorten it and make it work. I thought it's gonna be pretty simple, so I purchased a set, and I guess that will be the not the most important, that will be the most easy to drift sort of modes, that if you guys want big angle and especially transform this Corvette into a perfect drift car. So let me show you guys underneath. This is not the max angle, because, you know, same with a lot of cars, you do need to hold it, the steering wheel, to give you the max angle. So as you guys can see, this is the BC coilover, so I have been mentioning about. And actually, you know, like if you look at it compared to the Japanese coilovers, it looks like this coilover is upside down, which is pretty much it is, and the adjusting bit is on top. And on this car, it just has a A-arm on the top, which is like your camber arms, and you have a lower arm, quite big lower arm coming across, and where your sway bar, your coilovers, everything bought onto that. And that's the factory tie rods, rack ends, and with the kit they come with a probably longer tie rods, so to connect to your angle kit. So can't really show you right inside over there, but it's just a factory knuckle being milled out. So I have driven this car once probably, and the reason for that is the brake booster on this car doesn't work, and this is not the first booster. You know, the first booster was involved in the fire and it's completely burned out, and I thought we needed another one, so I imported another one from the States. But however, I put that one in and it's not working, and I just on the hunt for another one, which is clearing the customer today. So tomorrow I'm gonna chuck it on and do more drifting, but I'll show you guys. So basically just the brake booster I was talking about, and you know, it's right there. You know, usually they don't go wrong, and in this case it is leaking somewhere, and we don't have any vacuum. And when you don't have vacuum, your brake pedal is super hot. So last time when I drift here at Drift Park, I have to push that pedal really hard. I feel like it is harder to compare with a what is it, say a pedal box, because in the pedal box we changed the ratio of the mass cylinders to give you a slightly better feel. But with factory mass cylinders, it's designed to work combined with your booster, so it gives you a better pedal feel when your booster is working. So when your brake booster is not working, and you just feel like that pedal is super hard, it's like solid. And when you press the pedal, and it doesn't really go down much, and you don't know when you want to stop. And especially like when you're drifting over here, I do want my pedal to work, and that's why I have been waiting for my booster come in. So I'm not going to do any drifting today, but I'm going to do some drifting tomorrow and show you guys, you know, the process of me installing everything into the car. Alright, anyway, I had so much fun showing you guys the C6 Corvette Drift Car, and if you guys are new to the channel, and make sure you subscribe and like and share, and because we have daily videos coming out and show you guys everything about drifting related. And you know, today is about showing you guys the C6 Drift Car, so you subscribe, that tomorrow you can see this car drifting. And anyway, it's super hot out here in New Zealand right now, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow.